Okay, the first point. As if you're going to learn DBA, Oracle DBA, then you have to learn in Linux. The first point, I'll be teaching you in Linux, and then in my class, there is no need to take the notes, and I'll be providing the notes. Okay, each and every, and you'll be having here every day after theoretical class, you'll be having the demo part. Okay, the demo is nothing but the practical session. Okay, and I'll be, if you need the softwares, then I'll be providing. Okay, anyway, we will be running in the virtual machine. Okay, so, and what are the topics that we'll be discussing, I'll be providing that also. Okay, and it will be related to completely the certifications. Okay, if you're going to take up a certification also, then it will be very helpful for the certification exam. Okay, so these are the points that I want to just highlight it. Okay. Okay, what are the any questions and any requirements that you have while starting up this thing? Could you please inform me so that I can, according to your requirement, I'll be teaching you.
Okay, and I was just wondering, I mean, what exactly you're going to cover? I mean, is it possible for you to show? And how many days in the class? How many days every day? You know.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to tell you here how you have to practice means whatever the thing I'll be telling you, better practice daily. Okay, each and every student from my classes, they'll be practicing daily, or else I'll be giving them the softwares and they'll be doing the practical thing and I'll be handling the theoretical session. Okay, did you understand that thing? So what is the thing means, I'll be providing the softwares, I'll be putting all the thing in FTP server. I have placed all the things, so you can download it and you can install it on your machines and you can run those things. Okay, so at that time what happens means, I'll be, after completing my theoretical sessions, what is the next, after that thing, after 1 hour class, 40 to 45 minutes you'll be having theoretical session. After that you'll be having a practical session. Okay, daily. Most of the depends on, if you are going to learn Oracle DBA, then it is mandatory that you have to learn practically. Okay, so you'll be running on Linux machines and Solaris machines, not in the Windows machines. Don't expect to be learn on Windows machine. Okay, so every day practice is best. Okay, it takes nearly hardly 30 days of time. Okay, you can scrap up all the things with all the features of 10G and 11G. Okay, so I'll be taking of this is my notes, each and every daily notes you'll be having. Okay, for example, if I discuss the first day the topic like Oracle architecture, what are the things you have each and everything will be in my notes. Okay, hello.
Yeah, I can hear you. Yes.
Okay, and one more thing is that see what are the topics I'll be discussing. I can show you each and everything. So this is the thing. So how much time, each and every topic according to your administration, what are the each and every topic I won't miss. I will be having each and every topics to be covered. Okay, if you need, I'll be passing this also, don't worry about it, and you can have it.
Is it possible for you to email me? I just wanted to see that the standard of your course and what exactly you are going to cover, you know.
Sure.
Whether this will the course details would be helping me to understand that it covers at least the entry-level DBA or mid-level DBA that I can work. So that's why I just wanted to see if you could.
Sure. One thing that I think you're asking about, are you an entry level means, so you'll be concentrating on much as my experience, because I have been handling very much of the classes. So you'll be handling much of the topics like the basic core DBA part. Okay, so don't worry about the core DBA part, that I'll be telling you each and everything. Okay, and I think if you go for the backups, these are the related to backups, and then I'll be telling you to give this content to particular. It will be handed out to you by one of my consultant. Okay, so he'll be passing this. I'll be passing to him, and he'll be passing to you. Okay, don't worry about it. I will get after the class. You'll get after the class this document. Okay, this course content. Okay, so don't worry about it. And other than these things, do you have any questions?
No, I mean that is the main part. That what exactly you're going to cover. Are you going to cover ASM and
Backups I will be covering, but I won't be teaching you ASM because it's not hard to do ASM in these machines, because we are maintaining only the single databases here. I cannot cover ASM, frankly speaking. I won't tell in my course content also. I never have that thing. I never place the thing also. I'm clear on about it. ASM I won't be teaching you.
You will not be teaching ASM, just only backup.
ASM.
So
If you need the theoretical information, I can provide you, but I can give each and every topic. I can speak on each and everything on ASM, but the practical thing I cannot do it.
And why is that?
Because I don't have multiple connections here. Presently I'm maintaining this thing in my laptop. Okay. If I would have been I have to the setup. Okay. I have to put raw devices.
But the training center, they're saying that they will provide the server access, so you will have server access too, right?
Server, see, I can provide on this thing. See, I just want to show you literally this thing. So on this basis, I can provide you all the things. See, I can provide you each and every software from here. But ASM configuration, you'll be having ASM configuration, but you should have a separate hard disk. Okay, so that things we cannot have. We cannot have the configurations in my part. The configuration that I cannot do.
So in the server access, it is not possible to.
Yes, exactly. You should have one more linkage raw devices, raw devices without OS. Okay.
So how are you gonna? I mean, if I like to learn it ASM, it is not possible. You are saying, or
yeah, I can tell you the way of steps, but I cannot do the practical thing on those machines. ASM.
So how people do the practical thing? How people learn?
The people I'll be telling the theoretical thing. That's it. For the ASM, up to now I have handled a number of things. They have not faced this situation because the people used to understand all the things. When the core level the things will be understood, they can be implemented. The same thing can be implemented on that machines. When you get into it.
So are you saying that ASM is not possible to train practically? You can train anybody.
Yes, because it should be having in the SAN networks. You have several restrictions there. we cannot set up in a single room. All these things. That's the thing.
Okay. So basically you will be showing just only. How about the RMAN?
Yeah, RMAN I'll be telling. That I'll be. RMAN topic.
RMAN Enterprise Manager. Then backup and recovery, like all backup and recovery, like hot backup, incremental backup, cold backup.
Yes.
And how about migration and patching?
Yes.
Migration.
RMAN backup, and this is performance tuning. Okay. So this is cold and hot backups. Recovery scenarios, you'll be having different kind of scenarios. I'll be talking on different kind of scenarios. Okay, and I'll be teaching you RMAN backup also.
And can I see the down? If you go down, what are the other topics? Okay. That's it? Oh, auditing, okay. Okay. That is it, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And this is networking. The problem is that some things we cannot show on the things. Okay. So that is the problem we have. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Can we start the class?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Okay. So, first thing, let me talk. I think you would have an idea about what is the in Oracle databases. In Oracle, let me talk. Do you have any idea about what is the physical level and what is the logical level?
Yeah.
Did you have any awareness of physical level and logical level? The physical level. Can I go ahead, or else can I have
one more question, Karthik? How about the rack and data guard?
Rack. Sorry, I'm not going to teach rack here.
And even not the theoretical part, rack and data guard theoretical part?
Data guard I'll be telling you. Data guard theoretical part I can teach you.
High availability?
Yes, I can teach you data guard.
Data guard. High availability is data guard, right?
Yes, exactly. The word means high availability.
Okay, data guard means that, okay. But rack so rack
No.
and ASM is pretty much the same thing, like you need multiple nodes.
You need multiple nodes and all these configurations I cannot maintain right now. Okay, in a single machine. Okay.
So if I like to take that training, so you would not be able to provide later on too, right?
Yes.
I see. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Please go ahead.
Yes. Okay. So, can you tell me, do you have any idea about the physical level, and also what is the physical database and what is the logical thing? Did you have any understanding about what is the physical thing? What is the...
Yeah, I have understand about that. Physical level is like the files, the server, database server.
Exactly.
The database is all about the files, like control file, redo files, and data
exactly.
file. Right.
So
these are the physical structure. And logical is like whatever we see in front end, table structure, and all those things.
okay. See, now this thing, I haven't started my database right yet now, okay, in my machine. I think, do you have any aware about Linux? Is it clear?
Yes. I have understanding, I'm not expert in Linux, but yes, I do have.
Okay, that is not, you can understand the commands is much more enough, that's enough, okay. Okay, so, see, I haven't started my database yet now, okay. In this machine, so this is my Oracle software. When you install Oracle, this is the software that you'll be providing. Can you see here? This is the Oracle user, and also this thing I have installed. This is my Oracle software where I have installed. This is your Oracle home directory. Okay, are you getting this point?
Karthik, do you mind telling about yourself? I mean, how many years of experience, where do you work, or your work experience little bit?
Yeah, I can just tell my experience, but I cannot tell my company. Okay, I don't want to reveal my company.
That is fine.
Okay. Okay, so I have nearly 5 years of experience in the current industry right now.
Okay. And you maintain database like Oracle Rack and Data Guard and everything?
Yes.
Okay.
I can handle each and everything. I'm presently working as in backup team, okay, and also in the PT team.
Backup team, and what is the?
PT, performance tuning.
Oh, performance. Okay. So you backup means you are only one responsible for backup the whole database, or?
Yeah, I'll be handling nearly 20 databases.
And how big is the database?
It depends upon the databases that I handle. One used to handle nearly 200 gig also. 1 TB also have handled.
I'm sorry, what is that?
Yeah.
1 TB, 1 terabyte?
Yes.
Okay.
I have handled different kind of databases.
Okay. So it's like 200 GB you said, right?
Yes.
But how many people, how many DBA works in that team?
I didn't get you?
How many DBA works in your team?
In my team, it nearly 11 members are there. Okay.
For DBA or including developer?
No. We won't be working with developers. We will be we have our own team. Actually, it's a big company. Okay.
Nice.
Okay, it's a big company, so I think.
How many developers in the team then?
Oh, see, developers in the team is we will be handling 23 members are there. Particularly, our team handles completely. We have nearly 11 developers. Okay.
So they all work different databases.
Different kind of. So we won't be related to them actually. So when they send the request, we will be handling the request and we will just send the mail. Okay. So we will be handling the backend. That's it.
Okay, great. Thank you, sir, Karthik. Okay.
Okay. Okay. So this is the thing. Can you see here the Oracle software that we have installed in this machine? Okay. And one thing, if you need the installations also, I'll be just providing the thing how to install the Oracle DBA, how to install your Oracle in your machine. Okay, in Linux. Okay. And one more thing here, this is, and I just want to show you, I have two databases in my machine right now. Okay. I have created in disk 1, I have placed my physical files. When I have created my database, I can show you. Can you see here in the disk DB1? Can you see here disk DB1? Okay. So if I check it out, can you see what are the things you have seen? Can you see these things? These are the physical files of your database. The dot extension file. Can you see here .dba file? And can you see the .dba files and also the log file and also the .ctl file? What is this? This can be seen. These files can be seen when your database is up and running. Also, you can see these files. Can you see? Is it correct or not? Okay. So like this, I have created 2 databases or 3 databases in my machine right now. Okay. When you can see the logical thing, what are the things up to now you have seen? Can you tell me in these things what you are thinking? What are the? Are you familiar with system table space?
Yes.
Anytime. Can you see here the system table space? This is a system table space, and what is this thing? This is a sysox. That is nothing but the sysox which has introduced from 10G. Okay, what is that? Sysox table space has been introduced from 10G. What is the name of the thing? What is it? It's a peculiar different one. What is this? This indicates sys is nothing but the system. Are you getting this point? Sys. The first 3 letters. Can you see here? The first 3 letters are related to system auxiliary. The full form of sysox is nothing but system auxiliary table space. It is from now using from 10G. What is that? You are creating this table space from 10G. Why you are creating? Because for developing for performance tuning for AWR and ADDM reports. For generating the reports, you'll be using sysox table space, because to reduce the burden of system table space, they have created a sysox table space. Did you understand?
Right.
Okay. So this has been introduced from 10G. Okay. And have you heard about anytime the control file?
Yeah, the control file it stores the information about all other files. So.
Yes, exactly. If you need to start a database, first of all, it will be checking your control file, and also it will be checking your data files. Okay. If it is synchronizing all the things, then only your database will be started. Otherwise, your database won't be started. Okay. You have to, if anything problems occurs, so then you have to recover your database. Is it correct or not? From the mount stage, it will be picking your not from the mount stage. From the mount stage to open state, it will be reading your control file, and each and whatever the thing it is checking, it will be checking your physical file and your control file. If the information, whatever the information that you have in the control file, okay, and I'll be showing you control file also. Don't worry about it. Okay, I'll be opening the control file and we'll be trying to do that thing. And okay, so at that time it will be checking the control file. And if it doesn't match from the physical files and the updated control file, then at that time you have to recover your database and you have to start up. Okay, without control file your database is not there. Okay. And one more thing is that, anytime did you hear about what is redo log files? Redo log files. What are the redo log files? Do you have an idea about it?
Yeah, that's like all the transaction.
Yeah.
What are
that is see, for example, what are the you're telling the transactions is correct, because so now today you are inserting what are the changes you have made in the database. For example, today, not yesterday. Yesterday we have taken the backup, we have completed that thing. Okay, just forget about it. Today you have started the database and the database is running. So whatever the things you are making today, the transactions, it will be whatever the things you'll be making in the database buffer cache, it will be making it. Okay, and what are the new changes that you are making in the databases, that will be recorded in the redo log buffer. What is that? It will be maintained in the, what are the changes you have made in the, by block level. What is that? By block level, it will be recording in the redo log buffer. Are you getting this thing? Redo is nothing but what are the changes you have made in the database that will be recorded in the redo log buffer. Is that correct? Okay. And this is the thing about the thing, and you will be creating a temporary table space. What is that? You'll be creating a temporary table space. Why you are creating a temporary table space means generally you will be using for the sorting purpose. Is it correct? If you want to join the two tables, then who does it? Temporary. You can do it by using in the temporary, so that it requires temporary table space. Okay. And one more thing, from 10G, undo table space has been introduced. What is that? From 10G, you have introduced a table space called undo table space. Okay. The undo table space, for example, if you delete a table from the database, where does it go? Whether it will be deleted from the database or it will be in the recycle bin. It will be in the recycle bin because you have a retention period in the undo table space. Previously, you are using in 9i, you are using rollback segments, and from 10G you have deprecated internally undo table space. It uses rollback segments. Don't worry about it. Okay, it will be taking care internally. Okay, the rollback segments have been deprecated, and they have introduced a concept called 10G. From 10G, you have introduced undo table space. Okay, at that time you have a retention period, and you can bring back the table back. Okay, even you deleted table from the database, that you can bring back from to the database. Okay, that is called undo table space. And where you're going to store your original data, your data will be stored in your user data table spaces. Is it correct? And how you're going to take the cold backup? Okay, I think you are asking the backups. So how you're going to take the backup? What is a cold backup?
You are asking
Hello?
me?
Yes.
The cold backup is like you need to shut down the database and then
Exactly.
back up all the files.
Yes. So now
file.
your database is shut down. I haven't started yet now. Is it correct? So where you're going to take the physical backup? This is your physical backup. So you will be copying all these files. What are the files you are going to copy? You're going to copy star.dbf files. Okay. And you're going to take a star.logs. Okay. And you're going to take a star.ctls. Is it correct? And you're going to take a cold backup. If you're using a disk, you're going to take a disk backup, and if you're going to take tape backup, you're going to take a tape backup. Okay? So this is the thing. Okay?
I didn't understand. If you want to tape backup?
Yeah, if you want a tape backup, you can take a tape backup.
I didn't understand. What is tape backup?
Yeah. See, there are different kind of backups in strategies. Okay, if you want to take a disk backup, you can take a disk backup. If you want to, and how you're going to copy in a different machine. Today this is a backup. Is it correct? Your database has to be backed up. Is it correct? You have two types in backups. One is tape backup and one is disk backup. Disk backup can be in a SAN location, or it can be in anything else. Okay, but tape backup also is a very good backup. Previously, the things usually the people take mean the tape backup. Okay, so you have to mod the thing, the tape backup, and you have to take a backup in that thing. It will be a little bit slow in the backup, tape backup.
Karthik,
Yeah. Yes.
Can you just give me 3 minutes time, little bit?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
I'll be back in 3. Just give me 3 minutes, okay?
Sure.
Thank you. Thank you for understanding. الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله الله أكبر الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين إنا أعطيناك الكوثر فصل لربك وانحر إن شانئك هو الأبتر الله أكبر سمع الله لمن حمده الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد الله أكبر سمع الله لمن حمده الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر سمع الله لمن حمده الله 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 أكبر الله السلام عليكم السلام عليكم Encantei.
File and a sysox file and a temporary table space, an undo table space, and user data files where you are stored in the what is that
In your organization, right? In
yeah
that
see.
those
So
data
can I show you
files.
now? So I'll be showing in this disk only. I have created one more database.
So let's say you are working as a DBA, right?
Yes.
So how many data files you have in your organization?
According to the requirement. According to according to our requirement, we will be doing that thing. Okay. So we will be doing
I'm just asking,
in a table space. In a table space, we'll be having a number of database. Okay. So that you'll be having according to your requirement means your architectures how they guide you. Okay. And we are not the one to create that. We will be having our architectures. Okay. So they will be planning our databases, and according to that we will be creating the table spaces and also how many data files and what are the limitations. Okay, we'll be having the limitations like data files in a table space. After the limitation is we won't be giving our auto extend on, and we'll be adding the data files. Okay, nearly the 40 to 50 data files, and in one table space we'll be having 1 TB like this, or else 250 MB according to the users, and according to the we will be planning according to that database level.
So,
Okay, and how the users are hitting the database, and how the database is rapidly, whether it is increasing rapidly, or else what is the downtime you have. All those things we have to take a consideration when we are creating a table space.
so is that just only one table space for one database, or it can be multiple?
No. It can be multiple. I mean, I have created a number of table spaces in my machine for one database.
Okay.
For user data table spaces, I have created user data where your original data will be stored. Is it correct? So when you create a table space, you'll be having such a kind of thing like nearly 5 to 6 or 7 to 8 or 9 to 10 also you have different table spaces, because according to your requirement you have that.
So
Okay.
let's say if your organization, right, we have like multiple location databases, right? So
Okay.
the organization that I work for, I'm
Okay.
working as a database developer. So we have like multiple location, right? So to maintain those databases by the DBA, is it possible then that maintain table space according to the geographical location? And
Yes,
then,
we can
also
easily
I
search.
like to, the USA has, let's say, 50 different states, right? And I like
Exactly.
that the New York's data file should
You
be
are asking that. See, let me tell you clearly. So you are asking whether you will be keeping all the files in particular location. Are you asking that the same thing? You may keep in a different kind of machines. See, for example, today now I am using in my machine right now. Let me be frank. Okay, so I'll be creating one control file here. Can you see here? I'll be multiplexing. Take a consideration of control file. I'll be keeping one control file here in one machine. Okay, I'll be keeping in control1.ctl in your machine. Okay, when I query the query, like when I get into the database, what are the kind of locations I have, where I have created in my location, whether I have created in my network or not, we can easily find it out. Okay, you'll be getting the physical path that where I have stored my physical location of your database. When you take up a backup also, you'll be having such a kind of files, okay, where your exactly locations of your each and everything will be located in your database, so that at the time of backups you can easily take the backup. Okay, where your network is, you'll be knowing all these things. You may keep your locations while creating, even though you may keep user data here in this machine. You may, because of your space, there is no space here in this machine, you have to keep in another machine that you have to keep. Okay, some like Karthik.dbf, I want to create a table space, so I'll be putting in your machine. Okay, if we are in one network, then we can create in one network. Okay, it should be in our network. Okay, we cannot create else anywhere. Are you getting? Are you understanding the point? Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay, so that is the thing. Okay, so did you understand?
Sure.
So can I go ahead right now?
Please go ahead.
Okay, so up to now you have seen the topic called the physical structure you have seen in the database. Okay, so when you install your Oracle software, can you see here, you'll be installing when you install the software, you'll be having a SQL plus. What is that? You'll be having a SQL plus. Okay, have a thing you'll be having heard about, or else have you used any time SQL plus?
Yes.
Okay, and we will be, as a DBA, we will be starting the database as a sys-DBA. Are you new to this thing, or else are you aware of these commands?
Oh no, we frequently use Linux for our database development. Yeah.
Okay, then it is okay. So SQL plus as a DBA. Okay, we have to. When I start up my database, have you any time started up with the database?
Yeah. I'm quite familiar with these things. I'm just learning by myself. I was working. I already have the Oracle version installed in my computer.
Okay, then it is fine. Now, how you're going to see the logical thing? Logical databases. Logical things can be seen. We have a view called can you check now? What are the things are you seeing now? The DBA underscore table spaces. Okay. In the DBA table spaces, what are the things you have seen? The system table space. Is it correct? The same thing that you have seen in the logical in the physical thing that you have now presently you are seeing the logical thing. Is it correct? When you can see these things, your database is up and running only, you can see all these things. Is it correct or not? Okay.
So
The
you
system
have,
table space.
for this
Yeah.
database, you have 5 table spaces, right?
Exactly. If you want to see, if you want to describe the log files, you can see by using $log. Okay. And for these table spaces, we have created the system table space, undo table space, the sysocs table space, the temporary table space, and the user data table space. Is it compatible now? I think I have to show you that database name also, and also where the physical file locations will be there in our database. Okay. When you check file underscore name from if you're going to check, sorry, where your physical file locations, I was saying you that thing. Can you see here right now where our table spaces are there? In disk 1, DB1, the physical file location. Can you check it? Let me get into the thing location of CD slash disk 1. What is that? DB1, and it's enough. Now can you see the frames? The system.dbf. Is it correct or not? Okay. So this is the table space. Under the table space, you'll be creating n number of data files. Do you agree for the statement? Okay. Is it correct or not?
Right.
Hello?
But yeah. So how do you create table space then?
Can I show you right now?
Uh-huh.
So I know the physical path. Is it correct? Can you
Right.
see here? Do you agree with this thing? The physical path? And
Right.
do you agree with the table space name?
Yeah.
This is the logical thing. Is it correct? Now I'm creating a table space. Just look at it. Simple thing. Create table space. Table space is nothing but the logical name. Logical thing can be nothing but you can see only when the database is up and running only you can see the thing. Okay. Whether you cannot see the physical thing can be shown whether your database is up or down. Okay. Can be seen whether your database is up and running. So this is the logical name. Okay. To that logical name you have to create the physical file location. So in which pattern I'm creating, can you see it? I'm placing all the things in one location. And what is the size? I want to, right now I'm giving 20 MB only. Okay. It will be defaultly locally managed table space. Okay. Did you agree with this thing?
Yeah, please.
Now what is the thing? Here the table space has been created. Is it correct? So
Right.
can you see this thing right now?
Right.
The table space creation. And if you want to see the physical location, how can you see? And can you see this thing now?
Right. So So when you create a table space, you assign the data file with that table space, right?
Now, did you understand?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you clearly. Hello?
Yes, please.
Okay. So now did you understand how the things can be created when the table space is up and running? And can we see the physical location where you have created? You have created all these things. I think it should be created in the database level also. Is it correct? In the OS level? Now this is the new one has been come up. Is it correct or not?
Right.
And previously, whether you have the table space of TS1, you don't have any TS1.dpf. Is it correct?
Right.
Okay. So do you agree with that thing? Okay. So let's go ahead with one more topic that I want to tell you. That is called when you create a database. Okay. Before, I think I was talking about all these things after the database creation, all these things. First of all, you need to know. Anytime did you hear about what is instance? What is an instance in database?
Instance?
Yeah. What is an instance?
It's just a memory assigned to by the server.
Yeah, exactly.
Server.
Can you see my slide right now?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So I think I have shown you now this box. Is it correct or not? I have shown you database.
Right.
Is it correct or not? We have created a database and we have started. I have shown you the data files. Is it correct? I have shown you the control files. I think I have shown you read log files. Is it correct or not? We have created the database and we have not absorbed what is this thing, the instance. Is it correct or not? Instance is nothing but the memory plus what is that? Memory structures plus one of the Oracle background process. For example, if you need to start up a database, you require some memory and some Oracle background starts to be started. Is it correct or not? Do you agree with the statement or not? If you want to lift a database, okay, if you want to make up a database, we require some instance. What is that? We require instance. Instance is nothing but it is divided into two things. Okay, it is divided into system global area and Oracle background process. Can you see these small boxes? Okay, these are related to the Oracle background process. The terms called, these are the terms called process monitor. This is system monitor. This is database writer, and this is log writer, and this is checkpoint. Okay, it is divided into instances, divided into two things. Okay, the system global area, again it is divided into shade pool. Okay, and it is database buffer cache. I think I have talked about today the read log buffer. Is it correct or not? What are the changes that you have made that will be recorded in the read log buffer? Is it correct or not? Do you have any idea about it?
I mean, I have idea, but I would rather prefer you to tell me, because I read a lot of documentation. Mostly,
okay,
my knowledge is based on reading books, not by the experience, or
okay.
I don't have, yeah.
Okay, let me go ahead. See, where all these things will be located. I just want to have a discussion. See, can you see when you see a instance word? I think you have started the SGA. This is nothing but it is divided into, first of all, it is divided. Can you see in this thing? These are the memory structures. Is it correct? And also these are the background process. Okay. So now let me show you. Can I get into the practical thing? When you get into the practical thing, so this is your database. Is it correct? So I think your database is up and running. Now I am just shutting down the database. Just a minute. So first thing, I had told you that instance. Is it correct? Can you see here the word instance? Instance is nothing but it is divided into three things. Do you agree with that thing? The shade pool, okay, and the database buffer cache and redo log buffer. Is it correct? And also you are seeing here the pmon, smon, and db writer, log writer checkpoint. These are the Oracle background process that you are going to do it. Okay. So are you? Is it okay? Hello.
Yeah,
Hello.
I'm fine.
You're fine.
I'm fine.
Okay. When you install your Oracle software, you'll be having a folder called DBS folder. Can you see this thing? The first line, second folder in any machine. Okay. If you're going into the, what is that? If you're going to have in a Windows machine, if you're going to Solaris machine, if you're going to Linux machines, you'll be having the folder called DBS folder. This folder, you'll be having a parameter file. You may be having an SP parameter file or a static parameter file. Can you see this thing? What is this thing? A parameter file. Okay. If you are going to start a database, first of all, it will be recognizing, it will be reading this parameter file. According to this parameter file only, the database starts up. The instance will be started up. Are you getting this point? Is it clear? So let me get into the DBS folder first of all. What are the things you'll be having in this thing? Let me show you. You'll be having a parameter file called initialization parameter file. That is, you call it as P file. Okay. In this folder, you'll be having an SP file or a P file. Okay. If I open for the database one, can you see here init db1.ora? Okay. This is a static parameter file, and I'll be opening this file via init db1.ora. In this file, you're going to see what are the things you're going to see means, can you see the first one? You're going to see the database name. Can you see here? You have to mention your database name and also your instance name. Okay. What is that? You're going to mention your database name and also your instance name here. And can you see the word? What is I was talking about? The SGA. SGA is nothing but the system global area. What kind of a parameter you have given here? Can you see here? Shade pool size. Actually, shade pool size is divided into two things. One is library cache and data dictionary cache. But can you see here? It is you can maintain this parameter. What is that? The memory structures that you have to give when you create a database. You have to give this parameter in the DBS folder in the particular the parameter file. Okay. So this is your parameter, that is nothing but shade underscore pool underscore size. Okay. What it will be doing, I'll be telling what you'll be having sharing. It will be sharing the SQL and also PLSQL area. That will be discussing later. But right now, to the practical speaking, I want to talk about the shade underscore pool underscore size, which is one of the parameter. Okay. And the other parameter that you'll be seeing for the log buffer. This is nothing but the read log buffer. What is that? Can you see here? This is nothing but the log buffer for read log buffer. Okay. And one more parameter that you can give, that is nothing but the db underscore cache underscore size for database buffer cache. Okay. Where your mostly recently used statements will be allowed here. You can vary the database buffer cache by using db underscore nk underscore cache underscore size. That is a different kind of issue that we'll be talking in later classes. Okay. Right now, did you understand what are the things I have given? Shade underscore pool underscore size, and I have given the shade read log buffer. And in 10G, there is one more thing that have been introduced, that is nothing but the ASMM. That is nothing but the automatic shared memory management. Okay. That is, what does this means? You can give directly the parameters by maintaining one single parameter. What is that? If you give, instead of all these parameters, you can give one parameter, that is nothing but SG underscore target. You can give directly that parameter that will be allocated internally. It will be allocated the shade underscore pool underscore size and also log buffer, log underscore buffer. Okay. And in this parameter file, if you come down, you will be particularly mentioning some of the things. Can you see here? You will be mentioning where is your control file location, where you're going to create it. Okay. Where you're going to create in this particularly file. Okay, and you'll be mentioning some of the dump destinations. For example, what are the database activities are going on in your database that can be recorded in the background dump. Okay, what is your alert log file will be generated in the background dump.
Is it redo log file?
This is background dump, B dump, not redo log files. Okay, this is background dump.
So
The background dump.
what does this file do?
What is that? Can you tell
What
me?
is
Can you ask?
this file do? What does they do?
These files.
Yeah.
So this is your for alert log file generation, and this is user related information. What are the users are doing in the database that will be recorded in the user dump. Okay, and code dump is related for the kernel level parameters. That is nowhere related to the databases. Okay, so instead of these three things, now in 11G these three things are removed. Okay, now you have only the single parameter that is called diagnostics, they call it as. Okay, diagnostic dag underscore dest. That is a new parameter that internally it will be creating all the things. Okay, instead of these three parameters have been removed from the 10G and they have introduced in 11G they have introduced nothing but the dag underscore dest. Okay, and can you see here, this is undo table space. The things I told you that when you delete a table, where does it will be having some retention period. What is the retention period that you have here? 15 minutes that you have here. And what is the thing? Undo underscore management, there are two options. One is auto and one is manual. If you want to use manual, then you are going to use rollback segments. Okay, so this is the thing that I want to tell you. Okay, with this kind of parameter file, you are going to start your database. What is that? If you are going to start the database. How you are going to start the database? These things that you will be mentioning in your bash profile. Okay, so
hello, 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 hello. Hello. Hello?
hello, hello.
Yeah, I could not hear you.
Okay. Now is it okay?
Yeah, now it looks good. Yeah.
Fine. Okay. So when you see, this is your bash profile. Okay. Just remember this, in these things you have to set your environmental path. I think you have worked in this kind of area, so then you will be understanding all those things. Okay, it will be pointing to this instance. Okay, so just a minute, you'll be agreeing each and every statement right now. When you connect to that particular instance, can you see here? It is particularly when you in the bash profile, whatever the mention that you have mentioned in the Oracle underscore SID, you'll be mentioning in this bash profile. It will be pointed to particular DB1, and it will be picking where it will be picking. It will be pointing to this instance. What is that? In the name of, can you see here, whatever I'm highlighting here, it will be pointing to init db1.ora. What is that? It will be reading this init.ora. Okay, it is justly connected to particular idle instance. Instance is nothing but what is that? SGA plus your Oracle background process. When you make a startup button, okay, now this is the thing. Now already you have created a database. Is it correct? So what is the thing? When you see the database, can you see here Oracle instance has been started? Is it correct? Can you see this thing? When your Oracle instance is started, what it has allocated? System global area has been allocated. Is it correct? Internally it is divided into what is that? Database buffer cache and what is that? Redo log buffer and shared pool. And where are your Oracle background process then? How you are going to see? You are going to see on the OS level. Okay. If you want to see the OS level, you can see by using ps-ef Oracle related things. Can you see here? Now Can you easily absorb pmon, db writer? Can you see this thing? Log writer and checkpoint and smon. Can you see this? So did you understand what is this instance right now? Hello?
Yeah.
Okay. So did you understand right now what is an instance means in the database? Instance is nothing but the, what is that? Database buffer cache and shared pool and also read log buffer. Is it correct? No. So do you agree with this thing? First of all, the practical thing.
Okay.
So did you understand or not? So do you want to tell me in a different kind of manner? Whether you need only the theoretical part?
So instance is you are saying that the background process and the memory, right? That's
That now you, and in one that statement that you have seen, whether you have seen or not, first of all it will be allocating the instance, the nothing but the memory and Oracle background process. Then what happens? Can you see here? The database will be mounted. Can you see this thing? And at the thing, the database will be open. Then only you are seeing the database. After opening only the see, if you have any problem, then you'll be throwing here only the error, because if you won't create the database won't be open. How can we open the thing? By your instance only you are opening the thing. And what is rack? You'll be having multiple instances and you'll be configuring one database. What is that? You'll be having multiple instances. Like these instances, nearly you may have 5 to 6 or 10 also.
So you are connecting to the same database with multiple
Exactly.
instances, right?
Exactly.
So how about then ASM?
ASM also can do the thing, same thing. You'll be having a different kind of architecture there.
Different kind of architecture?
Yes.
So I don't understand. Are you saying the rack and ASM is the same?
Yeah, according to your requirement that you will be creating in your databases.
No. The rack.
Rack. Let me tell you clearly. Rack. How the racks will be. Generally, I'm not talking about the ASM style. I'm currently talking in the normal databases. Okay. If you're going to create the database in ASM, then the configurations will be different. Okay. You are storing the instance in your physical disk. Okay. In your local machine, and the database, whatever you create, you will be creating in the other raw machines. Is it correct? Where you don't have, what is the raw device? That is nothing but you don't have the OS there. Is it correct? You agree with that thing? Okay. So that is rack. Okay. Currently now I'm just talking about C. Here you have instance 1. Can you see here? For the DB1, you'll be starting up DB1. Okay. If you are creating DB11, the numeric one. Okay. What is that? What I'm talking about means, let me put clearly, you'll be understand. So currently now how you're seeing, assume this is an instance. These are instances. Okay. And this is database. Okay. For this database, DB1, and for which database they are accessing? DB1 database. Okay. So this DB1 instance can access this database. Particularly you'll be mentioning in this parameter file, and you can access this database. Okay. And this database also can access this database, and this database can access this database. This is called rack. Okay. You'll be having multiple nodes. What is that? You'll be having multiple nodes accessing only one database. Okay. If you need, whether you can accept, whether you can access.
You are trying to say probably multiple instance, right? Not the
Yes. Oh, sorry. Multiple instances. I'm very sorry for that thing. Okay. Whether you can access this thing, whether DB2 can access this database, whether it can access it or not.
that no. The one instance can be only.
Exactly, you are correct. So it cannot be accessed the other database. So you have to remember such a kind of a configuration that will be mentioning in the. So each and what I was telling you means each and every instance you'll be having one parameter file. Do you agree with that thing now? Is it correct? In your parameter file only, then you'll be mentioning your control file and also the all locations of your database locations. So that's the reason why you'll be starting up your database.
So are you saying that all these three instances will have single parameter file?
No, no, no. Each instance will be having their own parameter file.
Okay.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. There you'll be having each and every path of your database location. When you start up your database, it will be reading your DBS folder in that parameter file, and then your database will be started.
Okay.
Okay. So that is called, that I was discussing about this thing. Okay. Here what I'm talking about only the single instance and single database.
Okay. So rack is a multiple instance and single instance is just like different, right?
Yes, exactly.
But what is the ASM architecture then?
Then ASM architecture. Now, right now you do need all those things right now.
I'm just, I'm not asking you to tell me the details. I'm just trying to understand the architecture for.
Okay, that I'll be discussing in another class if you need. But right now, I just want to talk about this thing. Okay, right now, because we need to have that. We have to configure in such a manner that anytime when you have you seen the pattern of ASM. Anytime, did you observe any pattern? Any pattern? Did you understand?
I don't know what is exactly ASM, I have no idea what is it, I have idea about the rack, but ASM I really don't know, or data guard I don't know. What is it?
What does that mean? See, for example, if you tell means you'll be having, you can easily find out there will be a common pattern. What does that means? When you create a data file, you'll be using the plus symbol in front of. If you are using a database, then you can easily find it out that you'll be using a plus symbol. They'll be having the redundancy level, the high priority, low priority, and when you'll be configuring that each and every redundancy level of their databases there. Okay, high level, low level, and these things you'll be configuring, that you'll be understanding in the future. When you complete all those things, you'll be understanding about the, first of all, you have to learn the data gate. First of all, you have to learn, if you are going to know the thing of ASM, first of all, you need to know data guard, how you're going to configure the thing. Then only you can learn the thing by creation of database. You know that thing in ASM also you have a creation of database. Do you know that thing?
No, that's what I'm telling you. I don't know anything about ASM.
Oh, okay. So that we have to create the database. How we are creating here? Can you see here? We are creating an instance. Is it correct? When you create an ASM database, you have to create an instance. Instance will be in your local machine. Okay, don't worry about the thing. For the database level, the same thing will be there, but you will be configuring in the raw devices. Okay, you'll be having, you'll be dividing the disks, and you'll be placing all the things in the data will be stored in the raw devices. And how you are going to how the raw device is going to be recognized means by using the, when you start up a ASM, you'll be having a plus symbol. You can easily identify that thing, whether you are using a normal database or else if you are using a ASM database, you can easily find it out. Okay, by using that configurations only we can find it out. How you're going to check the rack, CRESVCTL, is it correct? So like that you are going to find it out all those things. Okay. Okay, so I think we are debating on the topic right now. Okay, so did you understand now what is the instance?
Oh yeah, I understand instance.
Now the database level, do you agree with this thing? What is the parameter file? What is the parameter file? Parameter file, where does it contain? It contains in the DBS folder, wherever, even ASM or anything. Okay, it will be in the DBS folder. It has to be in the DBS folder. Okay, for your database you'll be having a static parameter file and also a dynamic parameter file. Okay, but the static parameter file is nothing but the init.ora. Okay, and sp file is nothing but the server parameter file. Okay, so these are the related things about the databases. And now, is it okay with you, or else so that you have to decide and you have to talk to that guy? Okay, to the consultancy guy. So he'll be speaking to you right now. And do you have any more than inputs from me? Is it okay, or else if you just want to talk to him, you can just talk to him. Okay.
Okay, but do you are you gonna be taking classes only for me, or there will be more guys?
No. I'll be taking only for the single people.
Single people, okay. And there is one question. So what are the challenges you face every day in your work?
Challenges means, yeah, I mean, yeah, that according to the situation, I have handled a number of situations like this. Challenges means, like daily, we used to have some performance related things that I'll be handled. I have handled various types of it, the huge loads on the data. Because regarding that thing, I have reduced the cost cutting also. Did you get it?
No. I'm saying as a DBA, what are the challenges you face in your workplace every day in terms of?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying you. As a how to do that in backups. I have handled very much in the backup. In the backup, we have a lot of issues there. We have when the recovery things, you used to get the recovery problems at that time. Recovery. During recovery, I have handled very much. Daily we'll be having an issue.
What kind
So
of
according to
issues?
the memory,
What kind of
issues, the read log files may not be updated, the archive logs. So how to bring it back, the data, and how to place a normal thing when the database will be backed up. Okay, when you have to start the database, is it correct? And how you're going to make, and how you're going to be. The people used to do previously in our companies, the people do regularly. For example, I'm just telling you, we have an archive location. It will be nearly of 5200 GB of database. Okay, 50 GB of archive log location. The people do. We have a strategy there. They used to keep 15 to 20. Not generally the people. When I was in the company, they used to take the backup of 20 to 25 days. Okay, 20 to 25 days I have been there, the backup. So now we should be, for our databases, we don't require that kind of backup is not there. So we used to increase the database, and our huge IOs have been there. So we used to now, when I have gone there, we are concentrating on that. Why we are taking up 25 days? We require only for 15 days of thing. We require only for 15 days. We don't require for 25 days. So I have reduced from 25 to 15 days, because, and we are thinking that if we have that data, whether it will be useful for us. No, it is nowhere related. Anyway, we are going to have a downtime, and even though read log files are there, we can easily recover the database. And then why it is required for 25 days there? Is it necessary? That is not necessary. That I mean. Then
so
we have
you just keep backup of 15 days backup? That's what you're saying?
Yes.
Or used to
archive log location, not the database backup. I'm talking about archive log location. Anytime did you hear archive read log files?
Right.
Archive read log files. So that is the archive log location. If you want to recover your database when your database has been crashed, so how you are going to recover your database? Anyway, you will be having the backup and you will do it. Okay. Anyway, you will be restoring the thing. But how you are going to recover your database? Today, for example, what is restore and recovery? Have you got any idea about restore and recovery? Anytime?
Yeah, I have read. I mean, all are theoretical. I don't have. That's why I was asking you. What are the challenges you face every day?
That's what. Yeah. So I used to recover the databases at that time.
So what are the challenges you face to recover the databases?
Yeah, by applying some. See, if you have a simply, you can know it. See, simple thing. I can tell you. Anyway, in our companies, we don't have any downtime. Is it correct? Okay. So at that time, see, so for example, if any table space has been gone from the database, so how can you can easily recover? If you have the table space, then you can easily recover. That that are the normal things that we do regularly. That is not a simple thing. We can easily recover the table spaces and also the data. And even if we miss the control file, actually the problem is that one thing we have done is that the one day we have missed the control files completely from our database. So luckily we have the backup, but the things have been misguided. So then at that time I have with my thing I have recovered the control file, and we have placed all the things and we have recovered the database.
But you're supposed to keep the control file backup, right?
Yes, yes, we are confused in the backup one day. In the strategy.
Confused in the backup one day. Okay.
Yeah, when we are taking the backup, we are confused at that time. So the people will be taking the backups now, so they'll be keeping in different kind of locations there. So at that time we have some problem there. Okay, there was a misguiding. So at that time we have control file. Without control file and thing that you know that thing in the databases, without control file and without redo log files, you cannot recover your database. There is a simple logic that you have to know.
Right.
Okay. If you missed any that thing, apart from that two things, that's it. Incomplete recovery should be done. Is it correct? That is the same part that you are going to implement in the companies. Anyway, you won't miss the control file. You'll be having the backup. You can get it. Is it correct? So you'll be applying your RK logs and then you can easily recover the database.
That's right.
Mostly
that's
probably and mostly probably you'll be having these things. I'll be maintaining the thing like backups only, and I'll be maintaining the hot backups and the cold backups and also the logical backup. I mean, I'll be handling RMN backups, all the things.
So you basically do performance tuning and what is the other thing you said?
Backups.
Okay.
The PT I'm just now right now I'm not very related to now. I'm not just not right now. I just want to move into the PT right now because it's a very good thing. To move into the PT is a very good after gaining experience, a little experience. Then we have to move to the particular PT.
PT? What is PT?
PT. What is PT means performance tuning. We call it as PT.
Oh, okay, performance tuning. I see. Oh, okay. It's tough.
We call it as PT. Yes, we have to move into the PT now. I just want to move to PT.
I see. Okay. Okay. Performance tuning is the tough part, huh?
Yes, yes. Now I'm just interested in to get it.
So what is exactly performance tuning? Like, why do you need performance tuning in database?
Can you see this thing? Can you see my notes? In PT, what right now I'm doing in the database tuning.
Right.
Okay. In this database tuning, you have application tuning. What is that? For each and everything, it will be divided into application tuning, network tuning, and you have things like memory tuning. I think I have told you now the term called database buffer caching. Is it correct?
Right.
SDA?